What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Of course, Mr. Zia Miles, your number one mentor here. If you're struggling in trading Forex and you want to find yourself a consistent strategy, then of course, pay attention to this video. Let me say it again. If you're struggling and you want to find yourself a consistent strategy, pay attention to this video. So the pairs I'm going to be talking to you about, this strategy only works mainly in these pairs, and I'm going to be telling you why they mainly work in these pairs, okay? That's why I'm able to sort Canadian GBP, Canadian dollar versus Japanese yen. And you can also be able to look at pairs like NZDSD, AUDSD, AUDJPY. Those are the pairs that this strategy can work for. Why am I saying that is these pairs can easily be predicted, guys. You can easily see that this is a head and shoulder. There is less manipulation actually, and you can easily predict these pairs, okay? So this strategy really is very powerful and will help you, and I'm very sure about that. And this strategy is based on two things. It's based on market structure, okay? Market structure, MS, okay? And in this market structure is based on BMS, break market structure, and also based on order blocks, okay? Based on order blocks. So make sure you be able to listen to the video and make sure you be able to note down all this that I'm telling you. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and of course hit my notification bell. Leave a comment, hit that bell so don't miss most of my videos. Check my bio and join my Telegram group. And of course, check my bio. If you need more help, you'll find my WhatsApp there. Of course, you'll find my WhatsApp number there. So let's get started immediately right now, guys. Right now. Okay. Now, when the first thing is that we first go to daily, okay? You first go to daily time frame, guys, okay? Now, when you go to daily time frame, I want you to look at the structure of the daily time frame, okay? I'm going to show you a secret. You see, one thing that I told you guys, if you still remember, is you find markets doing this, okay? Just know there is a problem around here. There is a strong resistance around here that you're not just gonna break it, you know? You're not just gonna break it. You're not just gonna break it. So I want you to look at this low here that you could see this low here. There are so many lows here, and of course, so many lows, okay? So all this as trying to show you that price, all these are trying to show you that there is the sellers are getting weaker in the market. And why am I saying the sellers who are getting weaker in the market? If you look at the candles, these bullish candles like this, you see this engulfing candle here. Again, we have another engulfing candle here. Okay, again, we have another engulfing candle here. We again have another engulfing candle here. We have again a strong rejection on sellers here. What does that implement? It implements that the momentum of sellers is over and the buyers are now strong in the market. The buyers are back in the market. Now, let's get started. Now, I have marked this low here, okay? I've marked that low. Let me leave this, I use this. I've marked this low here that you see here. Our first low was this, okay? Now, if that was our first low, I told you when you're looking for an order block, the best points of looking for an order block is daily time frame, guys, okay? Or H4 time frame. Now, when you see this low, you look for the last bullish candle, which is this one. What is the last bullish candle here? It is this blue candle here that you see here. So you draw your order block at this point. You draw your order block, okay? When you're drawing order block of a bullish candle, make sure you include the top wick of this bullish candle, this candle that I'm pointing here, and exclude the bottom wick. Okay? I hope you don't forget that rule. Just come over here and grab it and make sure you draw it, and make sure you draw it the right way, okay? Like that. Okay, guys? Okay? Now you've drawn. You've already drawn. That's your order block. When you see an order block, it sometimes represents a resistance point that anything can happen. In this order block, price can either break. When price breaks this order block, we shall call this now a breaker. But if price respects this order block, then it still stands as another block, and we of course expect a retest. Okay. But now let me tell you something. I want you to look at the way price moved here. Okay. It moved up, and you could see that it broke all these points. You see this structure. Let me show you something. Price was moving like this, and then you see this breakout. This breakout is where we call our BMS here, where price has broken. You see price broke these points, okay? And what are these points, guys? These are correction points, and these are support points, okay? These are support points, support point, okay? Support points, okay? So price broke that support point, and now where price breaks that support point, we call it a breaker. So we mark our breaker. We mark our BMS, break market structure. So that is the break market structure. Okay. Now you've seen in daily we have a break market structure. Now that is what is happening in the market right now. We are yet to know the direction. Now let's go to H4. Okay. If you look at H4, I want you to look at H4 exactly. H4, H4, H4. H4 has got the same shape. You could see that. You could see all these correction zones. Okay. Falling, correction, a drop, correction, a drop, correction, 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 a drop, correction, a drop, a breakout. And then you could see the price retested the BMS. This is the break market structure. Okay. Let me tell you, I don't mean name it for you. Here is called the BMS. BMS, break market structure. Now, after this break market structure, we now have SMS. They are shifted market to the next high. Okay, because the structure of the market has been broken. Let me show you something. I'm saying like this, guys. The structure of the market has been broken. Just a moment. The structure of the market has been broken from here. Okay, this structure was broken. Then a retest to the BMS, broken structure. Then of course higher high. Then again a pullback, higher high. Now, whenever you see these pullbacks, price resp, this is now SMS. It is shifting price. Sorry, this SMS here. This is now your new resistance, your new support, okay, which is the SMS, shifting price to the next higher high. A pullback, SMS, shifting price to the next higher high. You see that? So now where you're going to be putting your trades, I want you to realize one thing, guys, okay? Now, after you've seen that, yes, a breakout just happened, okay? A breakout just happened. Now, we already have our, let's us now name our, you could see that now price is near our order block that we drew in day one. That was our order block that we drew in day one. So we are waiting for price to either break this, okay, or retest back, then move back. You understand that? You get me? But before that, we're gonna mark now our high. You see this, our high now, our first high in H4, and we also had this high here, okay, and we also had this first high after the breakout immediately, okay. Now, if you look at the second high, we look at our order block now here. The order block here is now this. The order block is now this red candle. When you look at the order block for higher high, you look at the last bearish candle. So let's draw our order block. Now let's rub off this, the big one, and let's rub off this big one so that we're confusing. Then we draw now. Let's draw our order block now in H4 here, because we're expecting price to do something. You make sure you exclude the top wick and only include the bottom wick, like that. Now you see that price is at that point. It's a very strategic point now. So at this point, anything can happen, but the chances of price moving back to SMS. So now this is just like your order block. Price comes to the order block and we expect another high, okay? The chances are more higher than price coming back up to here, okay? So that's why you'll see that price is kind of rejecting this point. What is price kind of forming? We are starting to form something like this. Okay, maybe we can form a pattern like this. Like, let me try to show you. Maybe we can form a pattern like this. You see, a pattern like that. I'm just expecting that. No, they say you don't have to trade what you see. Maybe we can form a pattern like that, okay? As you know, a continuation pattern, okay? But you can see what is happening here. You can see what is happening here. This is your order block, okay? So if price breaks this order block, it's no longer an order block, it becomes a breaker. And of course, price can even still come back up to your BMS, break market structure, but the chances are low. Okay, chances are low. The chances of it moving up from here are high. You get that? So you're gonna be looking for your entry key points as such points. Okay. Now let's try to check day one. Okay, day one time frame. If you look at day one time frame, it's the same thing. Okay, day one time frame, it's the same thing. High as you see price. It's kind of now you could kind of see a structure coming up in day one. So let me show you something again that I think if we go to weekly, I told you guys I value every chart that I see here. If you look at weekly, I want you to look at weekly. It is almost like a V shape, a V structure in the market. A V structure in the market is also a very powerful pattern. A V structure is a very powerful pattern. You could see that. If you can't see that well, let's go to a line chart. And I always use line chart for high time frame, so I could be able to see exactly what is happening in the market. You could see that it's really very elongated. And I remember I told you one thing, guys, about this type of pattern. When you see a pattern like this, when you see a pattern like this, then like this, okay, you see a breakout happen just at this point here. You get that? When you see such a pattern, what does such a pattern represent? It either represents that, of course, you can know that when you see a pattern, you can know very well that you can know who are being trapped in the market, either the buyers or the sellers who are being trapped in the market. So this elongation can always be the stop hand, but this could be always the actual move. This is always the stop hand. You understand that? Always the stop hand. That's why I want you to pay attention to that and understand that. Okay. So one thing you have to know is you have to pay attention to a BM breakout, and of course you look for other blocks. Okay. Then after looking for other blocks,